And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody.
I agree.
For years and years there, just like very blue collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you can feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. So the next starting five, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Williams. Then there's Irving, and it's Durant, and it's LeVert in at the two. And that one is good.
Got to give LeVert credit. I mean, not allowing the defense to shut him down, using his length to get his shots off inside. Well done.
Kevin Durant, an MVP, multiple championships, but he continues to add new wrinkles to his game and takes pride in that part of his game.
Yeah, last year it was the two-way play and the defense the first 10 months of the year. They faded off. That whole team got tired. I asked some of the Warriors about it last year, just why did they get tired? It wasn't like 17 was that really. They kind of rode through the league. But I think it's just day-to-day, the bullseye being in the spotlight. Every arena you go to.
Best punch every game.
Yeah, you're out in Charlotte. It's the highlight of Charlotte's season to play you, and I think it does wear those guys down. I think the next step with him would be, can he evolve into a stretch five? What could he be Al Horford basically, and take all the Draymond minutes when Draymond's not playing and just be the other five?
How many stretch fives are in the NBA? Can you count them on one hand, or think of them?
It's the Al Horford, and there's not many. But I mean, a 7-foot guy who's one of the best 8 shooters of all time is your stretch five. That's pretty good.
Can Jokic shoot the three? He can kind of.
Yeah.
He's got an outside shot, doesn't he?
Unfortunately, Jokic stretches the other team's point total when he's out there. So he's a stretchy other team's total to 120 defender.
Here's Russell. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on defense. Cauley Stein kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a three. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Draymond Green. Right side Durant, stolen by Thompson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Russell. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill. You mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's you can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but you put a taller guy on him, and Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense score I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about it for one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, you run them off screens, tire the guys out, and kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. but he's not a conventional get out of my way guy so to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell's.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Irving against Curry. Outside Russell. Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Green. That 3 off the mark. The Nets with the lead. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book took off because I spent a long time writing it. It was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know, it
I
turns
think
out,
they embraced the
yeah, I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they played together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
Now here's Durant following the shot by Alec Burks. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Prince outside. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Livingston.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot. And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Stolen. Now the Warriors picking it up. Livingston is running. Burks' shot is good.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Durant finds Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. Harris outside. And the Nets miss again. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Warriors. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league is a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
NBA preseason action underway once again. Glad to have you with us. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Through that first one, they turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got your red court. Alec Burks is out there with Livingston. Then it's Thompson, and it's Looney in at the 5, roaming the paint. So here's Burks, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Feeds away. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful colorful comic to me.
And I hope he's right because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin
Are
Harlan?
you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check. As
Sign
Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Livingston, no luck. Nets leading by 4. Prince, the pass to Durant.
And as hard as he is to defend, Durant spends about as much time at the free throw line as anybody.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
That's good from Durant. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. And both free throws good for Durant.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
It's stolen by Allen. Durant deciding where to go with it. And it's good for 2. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74, and just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time, like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. Feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I've been in.
I'm assuming you're a fan of the front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I love their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they'd never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year with the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in '07. I called it the Entertaining as Hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is, the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference. And then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple of days. Use the TV revenue for that because you could get good money from that to maybe shorten the season, which would be, for me, the number one thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players. I just think basketball is really hard to play.
Here's Harris after Alec Burks has scored. Here's the floater. And there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Cauley-Stein over Williams. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Cauley-Stein's got his first bucket of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Pass to LeVert. Inside. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got his second bucket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
Looney's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Alec Burks. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. And Thompson throws it down.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
Irving with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. There's Williams. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Warriors trail by 5. Curry kicks to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. Russell passes to Looney. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Nets. They lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. With Draymond Green, Draymond rebounding a bit of a struggle. How do you improve that?
Fix your man. Get 5 guys to the boards. Guards get in there and clean up those boards that's loose, but our big guys got to hold our mans off, and we've been doing that this half.
We'll see if all 5 can get you more boards in that second half, Trey. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to this preseason edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny the Jet. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side. Guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Oh, look there at the Golden Gate Bridge, blanketed, shrouded in fog. What a sight. Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone. Always a joy to get a sneak peek of the NBA season ahead as we get back to the action. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Preseason in the NBA, and it's great to have you with us. Nets leading by 3. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. LeVert out there with Kyrie Irving. That's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Williams at the 4. Down low, Irving with the steal. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. net shooting well, 50% for the floor. Durant kicks to Irving. Back to Durant, over Thompson, and a little luck that time, but it drops. That's 10 points for Kevin Durant. Clark, he went around 6'8", 6'9", or so, very versatile, able to shoot. Certainly, we saw that in college and pro. Which players nowadays, if you had to say, hey, that kind of reminds me of how I used to play.
Well, you know, you think about a guy like Tobias Harris, really solid, can do a little bit of everything. Kyle Kuzma, the outstanding first-year player, just finished his first year with the Lakers. I like Thaddeus Young, even though he's a lefty, good size, gets to the glass, puts it on the floor okay. But those would be Kyle Kuzma and probably Tobias Harris, guys that remind me a little of myself back in the day.
Wonderful players. And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. And Thompson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Knocks it loose. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And now it's a double-digit lead. And it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it down.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for D'Angelo Russell. Then for the Nets, Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Torian Prince comes in for Allen Williams, and Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Now here's Cauley-Stein. Livingston passes to Urepko. Clock at 6. Dishes it to Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Irving against Curry. Outside Durant. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Good D by Johnson. Curry against Irving. Curry finds Livingston. Takes the three. Curry can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Prince. This is it to Irving. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Curry with the defensive effort. Pass to Livingston. Misses from short range. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Irving. Fires from deep. And that one is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part. They need him to pick his game up.
Curry kicks the Urepko, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Torian Prince. The Warriors shooting their first shots of the night from a charity strike. And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. So he gets them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And on the way from Irving for 3, drops in the tray. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now, here's Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. that's a case of a poor shot selection.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
There's a check-in for the Nets. Mark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State, really outstanding big guy, mobile, could shoot it, excellent defender, shot blocker, and a high-quality guy. Vern Fleming was a guard that had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, and he rests in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer. Really a gifted scorer. Steve Stepanovich, he and I both had to retire about the same time due to different knee trouble. And he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
Jordan, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. Harris against Thompson. Harris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks to Jordan. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Jordan's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Ured. And it's Russell in for Sean Livingston. The Nets also changing it up. Allen Williams comes in for Allen. And it's LeVert in for Kyrie Irving. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Looney. Here's LeVert, guarded by Curry. Here's Dinwiddie. A three-pointer off the mark. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And they pick up 2. And it's 9 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Nets leading by 10. Here's Dinwiddie, pass to LeVert. Harris outside. Jordan at the elbow. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. He's got 8.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry dead. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. We've got Steph Curry. Green is out there with Looney. Then it's Russell. And it's Thompson in at the 3. It's the Warriors 5. Curry, good. Another bomb
for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
So it's Brooklyn now. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And in a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town. Then on Thursday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. So I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Allen Williams. That's his first foul. Right side, Russell. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
So much confidence for a young player. Terrific move by Russell in traffic.
A 3-ball. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Here's LeVert. Williams can't hit.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Makes it, and the next one can tie it up.
You know, a decent free throw shooter at this point in his career, D'Angelo has the natural stroke, I think, to become one of the league's best. Shoots it very fluidly and easily.
The Warriors making a switch here. Colin Styles checked in. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. It just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
And we've got an upgrade here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Jordan. And Billy Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Williams. Yes! And the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Warriors trail by 3. Curry kicks to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Thompson. Making a change here. Irving's checked in. Russell left side. Shot clock at 6. Green, the pass to Curry. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Irving kicks to Durant. Here's the 3. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside, Green. Thompson against Durant. Thompson outside. Golden State.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Locks it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Warriors trail by 8. Now here's Curry. Over Irving. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Now the feed to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to him.
Now here's Curry. He kicks it to Russell. Back to Curry. That's it 5. Bullseye.
And all Curry needs is a sliver of separation. When he gets it off a pick, it is good night for the defense.
Irving finds Williams. Back to Irving. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
You know, leaving somebody that wide open is not prudent. I mean, you got to expect to get burned when you put that kind of effort forward.
Right wing. Passes it to Cauley Scott. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Curry can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 9. Outside Irving. 1:19 left in the fourth. Shot from free throw range. Again, the Nets for 2.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
And when the offense is running through Curry, it's going to run smooth.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. He's led by as many as 14 points. Shoots over Curry. Again, the Nets for 2.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Brooklyn.
They had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here's Williams, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Irving can't get it to go.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back, in my mind, like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
And then Jordan slams it in.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
You know, we just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for this NBA preseason tip-off. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.